Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of our planner page. It's the Johanna Basford Planner. What week are we? Oh, it's the week of the 22nd, it's 23rd today, so happy Tuesday. Let's come in a little closer now. I've sharpened all my pencils ready. I think we're just in shot, yes. And what I did say was that I would do some brown in the background to try and push that back a bit so it looks like we're peering further through our keyhole. So I will be starting with that. I'm going to use the really dark brown. It's called the natural brown. It's the darkest one I've got. I'm just going to start on the edge and just put a little layer down. I'm not doing too much, and I want to just sort of fade it in a little bit. So we're going a little darker here on this edge, and then a little bit less as we go in towards the middle. The idea is just to try and make it look green here, and then a bit darker on those edges. Hopefully it will give the effect I want, but it will hopefully also provide a nice background for the florals. Sometimes something a little bit darker helps them to jump off the page a bit more. What we don't want to do is make the background stand out. The idea is that it fades back and that we can see the florals more. And it looks like, as I said, we're peering a little bit deeper in. I'm just sort of going around this edge, doing all the edge bits really, not too much in the middle at the minute. So I've got a bit of a horse, don't know where he's come from, wasn't there earlier, and nothing to worry about. But, yeah, I've already done a fair bit today. It's Saturday recording this video. I always like to record in advance a little bit, or else I get a little bit like, got no video, and I know I don't want pressure like that, because this shouldn't be a sort of high pressure thing. That there should be green. I'm just going to grab the foliage just to do the green underneath first here, and then I'll put the brown on top. Sounds a bit finicky, but it will look different if I put the brown down without the green under it. Anyway, yes, I've Saturday, so went to the farmer's market, took my son, it's nice. So did that shopping. What else have I done? Oh, a bit of washing. And what's that line there? Should that not be one of these? Oh, it's that. So we need to colour that in with the as you can see, I have sharpened them quite sharp. The grass green, because look, it comes around here, but I'm sure it's that. You may have already coloured that in yesterday if you realised what it was. Unlike me, who didn't spot it. Okay, just doing the sort of edge bits again. It was quite cold today. I think it's about 1 degree, which I know you guys in the US use Fahrenheit, don't you? Whereas we always use centigrade or Celsius, which are confusingly the same thing, but different names. I'm always baffled. I'm sure my children would probably know some reasoning, but I've got no idea. But anyway, yeah, it's quite chilly. Just short of a frost, basically. So yeah, but it was quite a nice walk. It's nice walking with my boy, who's telling me all about his computer game, and I was trying to get him to talk about a few other things. He kept flipping about to his game. He's very excited about what's going on with his game, which is fine. I'd like him to be excited about what he's doing and finding life fun, but you know, you need to have other things as well. But anyway, did that. Now I've just done a brown round. I don't know how easy it is to see, but I'm going to now take my foliage again. I'm going to go back over the top of that and darken the foliage, but leave it lighter in the sort of centre. I hope that's what I plan to do. I'm going to start at the bottom this time. Yeah, so we were chatting away. yeah, I came back. Actually, we left quite late. I got up quite late. I was feeling like I had no energy, and I just slept in a bit, which was nice. I think I don't know if it's the end of COVID, but once I went out and came back, I felt a little bit better. So it might have just been that I needed to shake myself up a bit and get up. But anyway, it's all good now. I'm not exactly like energized, let's go and run a marathon, but I'm certainly feeling okay. Like I can go and get on with my chores without too much moaning, although my other son did some of the chores while we were out because he didn't want to come out, and so I said, well, can you organise the washing and stuff? So he did that. He was actually in his pyjamas. He's having a pyjama day. He's actually streaming now. So that's why I came in to do this video. I usually do, it seems, he streams in the sitting room so we can't talk, and I'm fine with that, but I thought I might as well come in and talk to you rather than now. Oh, that was the leaf, that's right, I erased it, didn't I? Yeah. So I don't know, he hadn't decided what he was doing. I think he's doing a Minecraft thing. He usually does. Sometimes he does other games, Roblox or Terraria, but usually it's Minecraft. So that's probably what he's doing. Should we get right down into the corners of those grasses, right down in there? Yeah, he certainly likes Minecraft. My other son plays a whole variety of games. He's been playing RimWorld and some dragon thing. I don't know. Anyway, I can't even remember. He was telling me about it this morning, as I said. Can't remember it. I don't know if he told me what it was called. He used to like Civ 6. I think that's quite a popular one. And Dungeons and Dragons he likes too. But anyway, I don't know what he's doing this afternoon. But that's that. Nothing else exciting has been happening. I've been coming back at work. They're going back to uni on Monday. I sort of mixed feelings, as I always do. You know, I love having everyone home, but it will give me 2 days to myself. I get 2 days this term because they both finish late on Mondays and Thursdays and are out, I think, all day. So I get 2 days to myself, which can be rather nice. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Should we do some flowers? I think we should maybe start at the top and sort of work down. Now I've got, yeah, coming in closer. There we go. We need to get all that in view. Now, what should we do? What colour should we start? Well, we have got blues, purples, pinks, orange, red. We've got yellows. I'm just looking and thinking, really. It's not very exciting, I'm afraid. Right, I'm thinking let's do some blues. I'm going to start with the denim, which is our quite dark blue, and use it in the middle. See here, I'm thinking go all the way around the edge here a few times, making it quite dark, and then try and fade it towards the middle of it. And it might make it look like it's sort of sticking out. There we go. I didn't say at the beginning of this video, I probably did yesterday. This is from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I'm working on my second copy of Ivy at the minute. I'm looking forward to doing a bit more in it actually. There we go. Now these bits I actually quite like to do in black, but I'm not sure whether, I think I do it last because I'm not sure how smudgy these are. I can't really remember. This is just the blue, and I'm going to do the top petals. But I'm thinking if I do these black first, it might smudge. So I'm going to do the blue first, then put the black after. I'm hoping that when I colour over them, which I'm bound to do, that the black will sit on top. I'm sure it will. So I have been taking notice of the poll that I put out on my channel, asking people which pencils they'd like me to use. It was really interesting. There were quite a few floats for Prisma and quite a few people saying please don't do Prisma, which was interesting. I think it's very true that a lot of people do Prisma tutorials already, and that's part of the reason why I don't do them, because you can find them in lots of places. Obviously you may not want to, which you know, which is fair. But also, Prismas, I feel, are so very different to my polychromos, which are my sort of the pencil I learnt with, really, that I'm still really feel like I'm learning how to use them, even after all the years that I've had them. And so I don't feel so confident when I'm using them. And that is true of a lot of my pencils. Some of them I don't use as often, or I go through phases of using them and not using them. I'm sure you are the same, and I become less confident using them than some of them. So my polychromos I'm really confident with Staedtler as well, but no one voted for, or very few votes for Staedtler. I did have some, so I'm thinking maybe those aren't such a popular brand, which is fair because I think they're not so easy to get in other countries. They're probably more expensive too, because here they're quite a budget pencil, but then they only have to come from Germany. Obviously if you're in the USA or Australia or wherever, Germany isn't so close. So anyway, that's why I'm using my Derwents today, and I'm really pleased I got them out because I think they're going to work well on this page, which is good. I think one thing that also puts me off Prismas and these is using the noisy sharpener, because I always feel like I don't want to be grinding away on camera. Yes, I could stop the camera and sharpen, but I don't really do that because I'm usually mid-talk, mid-sentence. And so it gets me a little confuddled if I stop and then start again. Now these two have got these stalks coming from them. We've also got a lot of green foliage, so we'll do that as well. Now what I'm doing here is just making them a little bit darker where they touch, so where the petal is overlapped by the other one, to make it look a bit like there's some shadow, and then making the overturned bit a little bit lighter. So that is those. I think I'm happy with those. They don't look cute. I could make them look more three-dimensional. Excuse me, blowing my nose. If you put in a lot more shadow, you can use much darker colours. Thick layer of denim. If I took my denim pencil and I put a thick layer here, it would look more three-dimensional, but I'm actually quite happy with how it looks. I don't want more, but I am going to now use my black, as I said, for these sort of circles. For this one I'm going to cheat a little bit and just do all of them at once, rather than trying to do each one separately. They are all joined, so it's easier. And then we'll do each of these, and I may go over these with a little bit of white at the end, but I may not use white at the end. I'll just have a think. But again, you can think about it too on yours. Do you want a few little dots of white to make them look like they're little shiny seeds, or whether you're happy with just leaving them quite black? I think they look quite nice in just black, to be honest. And you'd need quite a fine tipped white pen to do the white. That could be tricky. Right, there we go. I'm just checking. Yes, so now we're doing our leaves. Now we've obviously used quite a few greens already in this picture, and we haven't got many, so we're going to we're going to come back to the basil, which is what we use for our grass stems, but we're just going to use it for a little bit of our flowers. So just the base here, layer up a little bit. I am going to go into the overlappy bit there, and then just take it all the way to the tip in a really gentle layer, just light. That's it. Now if you've got a bigger set of Chromaflow, I would grab a different colour and just choose something a slightly lighter bluey green, maybe something like that. But I don't know what colours there are because I don't have them. But I could look into it, couldn't I? But anyway, it's a bit darker here, a few more layers, not massively so, and then just take it to the tip. And we'll do the same on all of them, and then we'll come back and put another colour on top. Obviously it's a bit weak, it's not very intense, and that's my intention because I want to be able to put another colour in. So here, a bit darker, and then lighter towards the tip. Same on this one. Oops. And here, they're all going to look very, very similar. Oh, I feel like I need a drink. But I got up and had a drink with breakfast and then went straight out. And I'm going to use the grass green now. Okay. And I'm just going to put it over the top in a reasonably even layer, just to sort of intensify a little bit. Hopefully it won't look identical to this. But yeah, move my hand away, it does look different on this. Yes, so I went out, I did have a coffee when I came back, and then I had one with lunch, but that's all. It's not many drinks, is it? I need to go and get another one. I'll do it when I finished this video. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm going to go over that as well. And then to this one. I mean, it looks, you can probably see it's the same colour as that, but I think it looks slightly different, which is good. Don't want everything looking the same. Just tidying that up. Yeah, I do try to have my 6 to 8 drinks a day. I don't drink water. I was supposed to have 6. I think people get a bit confused. 6 to 8 glasses of water a day, people will say, but they don't mean water, they just mean the equivalent of. This is Golden Sun, and I'm thinking of doing it for this one. Okay, I don't know if it's going to look too similar to this outside edge, so I'm just going to put it in. Ooh, and and see how it looks. I think it is a little bit similar. I'm going to put another colour on top because I really want our keyhole outside to stand out, so this is going to not help that. I'm just looking to see if there's any more similar ones, but there aren't. I'm just going to get my brush because my the lead's gone everywhere. What I'm going to do is grab the raisin and just put a little bit on top. And try and make it darker in the middle and a bit less. Gosh, it looks quite red, doesn't it? Oh, it's nice. Really warm. I like that. Yeah, so as I say, people get confused that this is 6 to 8. You don't have to drink water. You shouldn't be drinking alcohol as part of your I think people know that. And also caffeine, it can be problematic, and soda and fruit juice. But if you're having decaf tea, coffee or fruit teas, or even a little bit of weak caffeine, I don't think it matters. What should we do here? I quite like to try the raisin. Yeah, I'm going to try this raisin, see what it looks like on its own. I think it looks quite different. It does. Look how different it looks. It's an interesting colour. I don't know why I haven't noticed it. You can see how long it is. I don't use it much, but I like it mixed with that. It's nice. It's not quite so nice just like that, but I think it works, so that's all good. I'm going to move up. Now we've got this bit here. I'm trying to see, it goes through there and it comes down here and it comes down here. Oh, you can't really see. Down here. So it's quite a long piece, and then there's a piece of leaves coming through there as well. What I think I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to not use the raisin, I'm going to use the natural brown. Where is it? There. To start with. But like I did on our leaves on this one, to put a dark bit here and then lighter towards the tip. Trying not to burnish because I want to go over it with another colour. Although, it might look quite nice and brown. I don't know. I can't use the foliage because that's what's in the background. So I can't use the foliage colour for anything much really, unless I'm layering on top of something quite bold. There's that one. Down here we go. I'm going to leave that this colour. I'm not going to add in any more. I like it. Stands out. Yeah, that's it, but we've got this little bit here. Oh, we've missed that flower. Hang on. Just going to do that. This is the grass green. There, look. There we go. Now the butterfly. Just thinking about the body. Because normally I would do a butterfly body in grey, but the grey we've got here is so faint. I might need to add a bit of black in. Should we do it next? Have a look. Just checking I've done all of that, and I have. Okay, so let's do the grey first. It's called Platinum. It's really pale. I'm going to, let's go in a bit closer for you. There we go. I'm going to put a lightish layer on. Obviously, the harder the layer, the more intense bit. If I put it on too hard, I won't be able to get any black. And I am going to use my black to darken it a tad. I'm going to try and darken it on the edge more than the centre. Quite tricky, so I'm just darkening up a bit. So it's not black, but it's just got a little bit of black on there. Now this flower here is really pretty, isn't it? Just checking actually if I'm rushed on. No, we're okay. And I'm thinking a red or a pink. Oh, but we're supposed to be doing this butterfly. Where's my brains all over the place? I want to do butterfly orange. I'm going to use the flame. Because we do get orange butterflies with these sorts of little black lines through, I'm going to try and fade the orange a little bit towards the tip of our butterfly. Make it more intense near the body. That's how I always colour butterflies. Trying to still make sure we do have a reasonable layer of colour. Yeah. And I'm going to grab some black in a minute. Now, what I notice in butterflies, here's the black, is that they often have a thicker black bit on the edge of their wings like that. And maybe in fact all of that. There we go. I'm thinking top of the wing as well. There we go. Now I'm going to go over those lines too, just a little bit. They stand out because obviously we coloured over them. I might put a bit shadow under the wing. Okay, so there's our butterfly. Quite quick. We'll probably do, I'd like some white pen on there later, but I'm going to smudge it if I do it now. Now I can do this flower. I'm thinking the pink blush might be rather pretty. That's what I'm going to use, blush pink even. So you can see it's marked with lines, so I'm thinking darker here, lighter here. I was going to do it red, but I figured we've got this sort of reddish up here. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. So it's probably a good idea to avoid red. We can do some red somewhere else, I'm sure, maybe. See where we've got space. I think this colour of pink is rather nice. Now the buttercups down here, I'm not going to do in yellow because I spoke about this in the last video, didn't I? Not keen on yellow, but we've got yellow in our keyhole colour, so I feel that it's going to take from that as well. So we'll probably go purple, pink, I'm guessing. Whatever we've got left really. I think we'll do a bit of a mix of colours. We've only got 24 pencils, so we really should use them all. I think maybe not the white, but all the rest. Yeah, I'm remembering that these pencils are rather nice, which is good. I think the reason I don't use them too often is probably because sometimes, you know, I've had a few of them break and it makes me a bit nervous. But then I think, well, you know, they've been given to me to use, I need to just use them. And if it breaks, it breaks. It's the same as books. People, I'm so scared to start this book. I don't want to ruin it. Well, yeah, I can totally understand that. But the books, why did you buy the book? Did you buy the book to colour it or to just look at it? If you want to just look at it, just look at it. Don't feel like you've got to colour it. If you bought it to colour it and there are pages you want to colour, then go for it. You know, you could always buy yourself another copy of the book, or you could photograph your favourite pictures so that if you think you've ruined them, you've still got the original page that you can, you know, that you can sort of look at. Okay, I'm going to, and we've got this sort of bottom bit here. Oh gosh, you can't see. Sorry, but this sort of bottom bit here and here. And I'm just going to use this really light colour. This is the salmon, just to do that. I'm going to use the same technique, so make it a little darker at the bottom and lighter further up. I just think it might just work with a slightly lighter colour in there. But I know books are expensive, and it's, you know, you think, oh, I've paid all that money and I've spoiled it, whatever. But, you know, why did you buy it? That's the thing to think. Now I'm thinking about the green for this stem. I think I am going to use the foliage, which we've obviously used for the background, very lightly. I'm going to use it. We've got this bit here, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, I think that's about it. And then I'm going to use a different colour on top. So I'm going to just put down a light layer, and it will make our stem and leaves sort of disappear a bit into that background. But I'm going to keep it light, because you need to put, it might be even more than one layer on top after. So Need to make sure you don't burnish that paper. I'm trying to think where to put my next lot of colours while I'm doing this. We've got these lovely little bells. I think what we're doing with those. I think that stalk might belong to, oh, that's the bluebell stalk I've just coloured. Oh well, I just ignore that for now. I am going to use the amber gold to colour over these. Again, lightly. We've got this sort of magenta, we've got purple, and we've also got red, so we've got quite a lot of scope. I've got some berries I could do in the red down at the bottom. Not very keen on the magenta. It's just not a colour I like. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not, I don't like that sort of pink very much personally. So I might do that for a smaller flower. So I don't have to use it for so long. Right, we've done a bit more with that. This doesn't need to stand out. I'm going to grab my basil now. And we're going to work on, let's do the stem first. So I'm thinking about shade and shadow now, so the edge of that leaf there. I'm going to ignore the fact that that's got a drawing on it and just put the basil through it like that, put in a bit more at the bottom. Taking it all the way through, but just a bit more, let's say a bit more at the bottom, a bit less at the tip. And then this one. Still not standing out, is it? I'm going to use the grass green. I'll finish it with a layer of this. We've just thrown everything at it already, haven't we? But I think if I put this on top, it's going to add a vibrancy, which will help it to stand out from the background, which is what I need it to do. That's better. So there, it's looking a bit brighter. You can sort of pick it out from the background better. And this one. There we go. Okay. Let's do these little bluebells next with the magnolia, because I know the magenta. And because I've decided that's what I'm going to do. They're going to be bright. I'm going to fade it down towards the base. There we go. And I'm actually going to just do the stems in the basil. They'll stand out really well. I don't want to be fiddling around with lots of layers when they're so little. Goes through there, and there's that one, which I'd coloured, but we can colour on top there well. Okay. Now next we have these, don't we? Got quite a group of those, and I'm going to use this colour. This is the lilac. Now you might have the number 11, which I think it's the 11, might be the 9. There's a violet, I think, in the set. I don't have it, so I'm going to have to just use this one, but you might want to do some shading or some dark areas with the other one, but I'm just going to fade it up, so make the base of each petal dark and then fade it up. I have to say that I did find that I wasn't sure there was a huge difference between the two of this sort of shade, and I was a bit unsure why they sort of put in two similar, like the blue and the light blue. They're really similar, and I was a bit confused as to why they did that when they could have put in, you know, a light orange or another green. Nice, a few green. Now I'm going to do a black centre, I think, for this. I think black and purple work nicely together. I don't want yellow because we get a bit close to the edge here. Yeah. So I'm going to fade that out. But if you want a yellow centre and think it's going to work, you may. You don't have to do the same. But it's just, or you could do a purple centre if you've got your darker one and it looks significantly darker. If you can make it look darker and make that bit the darker one, that would look nice. But yeah, so mine's run out. It just got really teeny, and I find, how do you decide when to throw away a pencil? It's a good question, isn't it? Some people never do, they put them in a little jar. It's fine, you can do that, but you still have to know when to stop using it. And I tend to think about several factors. If it makes my hand really hurt to use it, that's something. But if I'm only using it for tiny details, it doesn't tend to matter. If I can't turn it in my pencil sharpener, now a hand crank sharpener needs a certain length of pencil. But once you once you can't put it in there, you can put it in a pencil sharpener like this. But this has got a little ridge, so you get to a point where you can't turn the pencil anymore. And then I go to a non-barrel pencil sharpener that I've got that's really flat. Doing the turnover bits darker, I've decided. I'm never quite sure what to do with them, but. And then once I can't turn it in the sharpener, it's blunt, that's it, it's away. But sometimes if I've got a replacement pencil somewhere already bought, waiting, then I might get rid of the pencil a little bit earlier if it's making my hands hurt and stuff. I just sort of think, oh, come on, it's time for a new one. Also, if I use it for a video and I can't see the name on it, eventually, or the number or whatever, eventually I get a bit annoyed with that. Like, oh, I want a new one so I can read the name, you know. So yeah, there are a few weird factors as well. But of course, some pencils you can't buy in open stock. You can't get replacements. You can for these. They're in the UK. I suspect some art shops have them. I don't think I've ever seen them in one, but I don't go in many. But you can definitely buy them from Coloured Pencil, colouredpencil.shop, where I buy my pencils. Now, stem and leaves. Now, a dark colour like our basil goes very nicely with purple. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm actually going to do the black first, while I just decide for sure. So here's our black. Now I'm not going to go really dark because I want to see that we've got little separate sections, and I'm thinking what I might do is make it a little more dark, a little darker around this edge, outside edge here, and then fade it towards that circle in the middle, so that then you can sometimes, if you get it quite right, it gives it a slightly three-dimensional look, so it looks like that sticking up. I don't know how well that has worked. It's always hard to tell because how it looks to me and how it looks to you might not be the same. But I'm going to try that anyway. I think it's quite nice. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to go to my basil and do my leaves. I was thinking if have we got enough time to finish, but we are going on a little bit, but we'll finish because there isn't much left. Put that bit light there, so darker here and lighter to the tip. Same on these little, and as I say, these I'm sure are buttercups, but they're not. I haven't coloured them, so but you can if you want to do some yellow flowers, some scary yellow flowers. Who knew yellow flowers be so scary? There's nothing there, it's the stem, isn't it, I need to do. There we go. I'm still trying to decide what new Small Victories series to do for you, which I think it starts yesterday. I can confuse you. Yeah, I haven't recorded it yet, but it will come. I wanted to get this one finished while I was thinking, and I still haven't finished thinking. But it's not because I don't want to, it's because there's too many to choose from. Right, we've got a few bits now. I'm going to grab my red. I'm going to use this red, this strawberry, and do all the little circles. So if you see the sort of circles that look a bit like berries there, I think it's quite a good colour because it stands out on the white and the green, which is what we need to think about sometimes. Yeah. Now I am thinking of grabbing my grass green to do these vines, because at the top here, look, we've got a lot of grass green, and I think we've got a bit here, so if it will sort of frame the top and bottom with it. So that's what I'm going to do, even though I'm not a very big fan of the colour grass green. You know, it's just, I don't know why, it's weird, because sometimes I'm like, there's not many mid greens, which is what this is. And then other times I'm like, I don't really like it. Can't make up my mind. Can you see that? Yeah, hopefully. I'm just blocking it in because it's so small, so there's nothing really to watch. And trying to decide what colour to do this last little bunch of leaves. I think I know what I'm going to have to do, really. I think I'm going to have to do them in basil or I could try and mimic that colour that I did there. I think I will do that. That was really nice. Now what did I do? I used the raisin, but not initially. Initially, I used the golden sun. I think so. I'm going to use the golden sun. And then I'll look so similar to those, you won't see them, won't it? Never mind. That stem is in the wrong colour, but nothing can be done now, apart from pretending we didn't notice. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we have the raisin. We're going to do it slightly differently. So we're going to go around the edge, see where we've got this sort of bit that's an edge, and then just a tiny bit inside. I'm hoping that will make it look a little bit different to the others. Keep some of its yellow, and this stem should be this colour. Let's see if we can, oh yeah, that's better. So quite solid there, and then just sort of scumble it gently in towards the middle, leaving a sort of yellowy bit. I'm hoping we can do this subtly enough so we don't lose those berries then. That's why I decided to do it like that. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, now I'm going to come out. I know I've got a little bit left to do. Yeah. we've got these little florals on the outside. I've come out with, they are small. I'm looking at the colours I've got left. I'm going to do them in the scarlet, really red. It'll show it really nicely against that white. So I'm going to do those next. And then we're going to do a little bit of white pen work before we finish. I was a bit thinking this one was a bit small, but these pencils have worked very nicely, which is good. Yeah, so I was just checking. Let's give it a brush and then grab our white. I want the number 8. Where are you, Jelly Roll 8? There you are. Jelly Roll 8. And what I am going to do is do them on here like I said I might, so you can see how it looks. They're so diddy. Sorry, I can't need to concentrate. There we go. The butterfly. I'm going. I haven't done those 2 stems. Did you notice? There we go. So it's not going to show up if I do anything on there. I might do a few dots on here. Like that, and I was thinking there's some lines drawn on these. I don't know if they don't bleed into white. I don't think they do. This is clogging up. They do clog up sometimes, or they just run out, and you just need to scribble them on some scrap paper. And usually come back to life. Right, I'm going to put a few white circle in the middle of these flowers. I'm going to put some dots actually on each of these sections in here. Sorry for the lack of talking. It's quite hard to hit the centre of a teeny circle with a dot. There we go. And these, I'm going to put a tiny bit of shine on the left of each. Yeah, there we go. There it is, all finished. Our keyhole. So yes, I was thinking I might put some darker colour on some of these grass green items, but I think I'm okay with it. I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah, I think they work as a sort of frame, so I'm happy. So there we go. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope that you have a really super day and happy colouring.